What's good, everyone? It's your boy Salos, and let me tell you something, okay? So, back when I was in college, right? If you guys are in college, let me know if they still do this, but the way that it worked was that the gaming Wi-Fi had its own separate little connection. So, you had to go to the IT office, get a code so you can access your specific what am I trying to say? So you can access your own specific gaming network because PlayStation had their own network, Xbox had their own network, etc., etc. But for whatever reason, Nintendo consoles did not. The Wii U had one, but not the 3DS. What this meant was that I cannot play online for any of my games, and pretty much all I did was play Pokemon and I wasn't really into Fire Emblem. I wasn't into Fire Emblem just yet, so that was out of the question. But Pokemon and Smash were the only games I really had, and I had my buddy a bug slash two-fang sword slash yeah. I had him. We would play, but whenever he was busy studying and whatnot, then playing those games offline, yeah. You already know how non-existent Pokemon post game is. So I got a little game called Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. And the flagship monster of there was Gore Magala. I won't go into I already did a whole lore breakdown on why Gore Magala makes such a good antagonist for the game. But the controls for that game were so god awful. I'm gonna see if I can find a picture. If I can, I will show you guys the control scheme of that game. And there is a forced loss against Gore Magala that you do as part of the whole immersion, because that's a whole video for itself. I might do that at one point. So ever since then, I've just had to hold that L. And the reason why that stings so much is because the story of 4 Ultimate builds up Gore Magala as this person, well, as this monster, I should say, who is like taunting you. He is always challenging you. He always is right there in your throat, and even when he's not there in the story, because of his whole mechanic, the frenzy virus, you always feel his presence. He is making your life miserable just by existing, even when he's nowhere near you. And it's just this constant game of you trying to one-up each other. Gore Magala is trying to up you, you're trying to up him. And because I ended the game, Gore Magala won. So yeah, I never actually beat him, because the controls were so god-awful. Monster Hunter is a very interesting game, to say the least. It's not a very easy game to get into. And I was trying to do it by myself, so I said, F it. And I just gave up the game. So, 7 years later, I stand before you guys, humbled. I played through Sunbreak. I've got up to Master Rank 5. I have beaten Monster Hunter Rise, say what you will about the difficulty, but I have understand the mechanics. I am in here now, and we are going back to finish what I started nearly half a decade ago.
No one could have seen it coming. This stalking shadow. The mist that envelops it. An evil force that consumes its prey. It's already too late. Even those who struggle in a desperate effort to survive are beaten and pinned down by its overwhelming force. Not until the end, when all is over, will it reveal its ghastly form.
The Dark Eclipse. Gore Magala. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get everything. Because when joining this, he is the question mark on the map. He is like right there. I'm actually not gonna go straight to him. I'm actually gonna take a little detour to recruit a little bit of help to help us out with our doing some damage. So let me explain what makes Gore Magala such an interesting fight. So the whole story of 4 Ultimate was that Gore Magala is going around, and he's what's called an invasive species. You guys paid attention in biology class and science. you know what invasive species are. But to those who don't, invasive species means is exactly how it sounds. It's a species that does not belong. So, meaning, Gore Magala's presence was threatening the ecosystem. And on top of that, he has a mechanic called the Frenzy Virus. And what the Frenzy Virus does is that it makes everything go, it makes the monster go berserk and lose its sanity, so to speak. And hello, Mr. Rathalos. I made a video about you not too long ago. Thank you very much. Let's go take on Gore. There you are, Mr. Gore Magala. Updating the Pokédex. Alright, come on. Just one more time. Alright, we're good. Nice. Watch out! Woo! Thank you, free meal. Whoa! Oh! Oh god, I'm affected the frenzy. Okay, gotta heal up. But I also gotta beat that frenzy. Alright, gotta start going. So, the reason why I want to beat this frenzy virus is you guys can see that purple bar on the top of my HP bar. That is what's called the frenzy virus. Meaning that if we manage to beat it, by beating we have to fill up that bar for a certain amount of time. Leave us 2 minutes. But if we do, we get a boost to all of our stats. And if we don't, well, I really don't want to find out what happens if we don't beat it. I actually don't know what happens if we don't beat it. Oh god, gotta heal. Alright, come on. Gotta make this power our own. Okay, we beat it. So you guys see how the bar turned from purple to blue? That means that you beat the virus. Meaning that we got a buff to our stats. But we have to be fast.
Hi. Future editing Salos here. So I actually did not beat the Frenzy virus. And if I was paying attention, you can actually see in the bottom right-hand corner, Master Arlo clearly says, no, you idiot, you did not beat the Frenzy virus. So what actually happens when you don't beat it is you pay attention to my HP bar when it actually goes away, that you'll see an orange part of the HP bar. What that means is that over time, I will naturally get that HP back if I just don't get hit. But because I did not beat the Frenzy virus, that HP bar is no longer going to be appearing. And also, Frenzy-based attacks do more damage. So yeah, just had to point that out real quick. But enough of that, back to the video.
Okay, we broke apart. Nice. Ugh. HP is so low. I gotta keep going! Okay. Are you ready for round 2? He is not backing down. We're like barely hanging on. Woo! Woo! Oh god! I'm stunned! Come on, get up! Get up! Come on. I'm dead. I am so dead. I am so dead. How am I not dead? Okay, he's down. God, he is not making this easy. Ugh. God. Oh, he's rideable. Okay. Do bump you in there, bump you into there, and right here.
Alright. Goodbye! This is the end! Incoming!
Oh guys, super attack! God. Ugh. Oh, okay. God, this is. I'm trying to commentate this. I really am. I am really trying to commentate this. Ugh. Is he ever gonna back off? I gotta use this time to sharpen. Freaking. I would have loved to attack him right there, but jeez, he is not backing off. That's Gore Magala for you.
Get back here!
Okay, he only went like right there. Did not go far at all. But I need to drink some dash juice. Okay, he sees me. Thank you, earplugs.
This is the end!
We went with a frenzy. I got beat it again. If I do, I'll get a nice little attack bow. Ugh. Ugh. Is commentating Monster Hunter actually a thing? Because that seems like a very hard thing to do. Meow, if you... Super Healing Cat, can you heal me? I forgot that Super Healing Cat's like Donald Duck when it comes to healing. Oh! I dodged that should save me right there. Ugh! Keep trying. I just gotta keep moving. That's the name of this game. And I did beat the frenzy. Got my. You guys see how my arm is going blue? That means you beat the frenzy virus. That means that I get all the benefits of it without any of the downsides. But this is so cool. They pretty much kept everything about him intact. Alright, here goes round 2. Oh nice, got the tail. The thing about Monster is that the monster's so big that sometimes you get caught in all the chaos. You can't really see where you specifically are. Thank you, Super Healing Cat. Come on, gotta get over this. Okay, this sounds like a baby hurt. Alright, managed to fend it off again. Now where's that freaking tail?
Let's see.
But yeah, one thing about monsters that it's always nice when they keep their core mechanics intact. Because pretty much every monster has something unique to them. At least all the good monsters at least. And Gore Magala's is the frenzy virus. So did we lose it? Is my arm still going blue? Yeah, we lost it. But it's so cool how they kept him, because he is such a fan favorite monster. So I think a lot of people did start with 4 Ultimate. So he oh, hello, Mr. Barrio. Yeah, we'll be quiet though. Here. get sharpened too. Didn't sharpen. There he is. And this Mosh specifically, he is pretty hard to control. Anything else you want to do, Mr. Barrio? Alright.
He's fixing.
Like I said, I would love.
Nice.
I had to sharpen.
It's over.
Crap, I missed. That's actually one of the new things, one of the new switch skills, is that drill attack I keep trying to do. But the reason why I keep missing is because you have to specifically hit a weak spot on a monster. Every monster has a weak spot. And you have to literally hit their weak spot. And because this is a monster I've never fought before, I don't really know where the weak spot is. Okay, we're good. We got the frenzy again. We gotta beat it. We have to beat it. The only way to beat it is to beat the crap out of him. Okay. Are people still play BTS 2?
I'll end this. It's the end.
They start big on BTS 2 like I didn't play that game. Like I didn't play the crap out of that game. Gotta keep pushing.
It's over.
Okay, we're almost done. We're almost done. Sleeping like he's a king. Man. Let's blast this thing. Let's
Time for a nightmare. Let's blast this thing. Get ready.
alright.
Go.
Nice. Okay.
It's over.
I got the frenzy again, so I gotta beat it. Gotta beat it one last time. Gosh.
Your days are numbered. Farewell.
Oh, wrong way! Crap. Where's my uptime?
Your days are numbered. Yeah. Your days
Come on. Heal. Ugh. Ugh. Super healing cat, please! He's desperate. Oh! We did it! The nightmare has ended.
Here we go.
Everything is right in the world. Get some more shinies. Let's get a better look at him. Aerial view. Just. I also love his design. Like, you guys saw how he was like using his. Like, look at that. Like how he has limbs on his wings. It's like a four-legged beast from hell. He is such a cool monster. I'm glad he's my first introduction to the series.
Good.
Thank you, Sanic. Very cool. Large wyvern gem. See. Oh, that's a sick shot. Actually, you guys see his play. You see him going to his back with the drill. Okay, since I didn't faint, I have the right to say this. Okay, some of you guys might find this a little nasty, but I don't care. I got up in there. I got up in that booty crack, and I stuck my finger up there, and I told him to cough. That is how we demolished him. But I shouldn't really be talking because his Ascendant form is coming up. That's not going to be a very fun fight. Let's see. 22 minutes. Not bad. A video game rival of mine has been satisfied. I'm hyped. I'm happy with how this turned out. We did it without fainting. But Gore Magala was not letting up. Oh my goodness. That first round, we were just going at it. That was so cool. We were just going in, going ham. Neither one of us was letting up. I stood my ground. He stood his ground. And we fought with valor. And we fought until one of us fell. That is Gore Magala. Oh, I'm so hyped. But anyway, that's going to end it. But a prelude to next time what we're going to be doing. Please hear my plea. What?
Hello.
The Fierce. Do you know of Gore Magala? Oh, this is actually... I was not planning this. What? Many have seen the dark shadow of late. The kingdom faces a new threat. Documents left behind by some hunting carving also speak to the dire nature. As a chevalier, I must act. Normally, I would turn my shining sword against in a flash, but my noble duties as captain bind me to this place. The Fierce, do you see where this is going? I need you to capture me at Gore Magala. I know you have the metal for this task. The Hawk set.
Honor and glory.
I'll probably do that. I'm not gonna do that on camera, but that was actually kind of fitting that we just did that. So next time. So the way that Story 4 Ultimate ends, like I said, you beat the main story by beating Gore Magala, but he doesn't take that L. He goes and he upgrades himself, and he ascends into what's basically Shigaru Magala, which is his final form. Just like how you craft your armors and make yourself better, he did the exact same thing. And now he has attained the status of Elder Dragon. I know you guys probably have heard Elder Dragon in Monster Hunter before, but what Elder Dragons are, Rathal's not Elder Dragon by the way. The Elder Dragons are a classification of monsters that their threat levels are so massive and so powerful that they can literally destroy villages. So when you hear the term Elder Dragon, that's referred to as a being who, like, they're basically, you have like the king of the food chains, and then the people who can threaten the top of the food chain monsters. That's the tier of Elder Dragons. They're like on another level of power. So that's when he calls you out to a 1v1. And let's just say, when we fight him, I'm going to be at my best too. But with that being said, I've taken up enough of you guys' time. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this. And if you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and leave support. It helps out tremendously. Let you guys know what you guys are interested in and what kind of content I can make for you. So, with all that being said, oh god, I'm talking too long. With that being said, I'm good about. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Till then, deuces.